So today is August 26th, 2024, 12:11 a.m. It's about to be 12:12 a.m. And I just turned 20 years old. I just entered into my 20s. This is mad. This is crazy. This is a blessing from God because God knows, God knows I experienced many things, many forces that try to take me out and hinder me from experiencing this year and more life in general. But God hasn't failed me yet. He's never once failed me, and he never will. Um, and it brought me to this day, my 20th birthday, August 26, 2024. Um, and the plans I have for this year are crazy. So this video is basically going to be just a manifestation, talking about what all I accomplished in my teenage years, and then telling you guys what I want to and what I will accomplish, in this decade of my life, and specifically in this year 20. This is a new decade, man, the beginning of a new decade. It feels so weird to say it now that I'm in my 20s, like me, small Elias, is in his 20s. Like, I feel mad old, man. I feel crazy, man, but I'm in my 20s, bro. I made it, man. I made it. And that's nothing but the grace of God, man. And basically, if you don't know me, my name is King Eli. I'm a self-improvement content creator, musician, clothing brand owner, entrepreneur, businessman, many, many things. But if you watch me, if you are a fan of me in anything that I create, that means, like Kanye says, you are a fan of yourself, because everything I do is to inspire other people to become the best versions of themselves, mainly because that's the journey that I'm on. And especially with this YouTube channel, if you follow and you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you are agreeing and you are locking yourself into a contract of self-improvement, of brotherhood with me, with everybody else that's subscribed, to join this journey and to become the best version of yourself. So if you're not already subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button, because we got big plans for 2024 and going into 2025. We're about to go crazy, daily uploads. We're going to the moon. But basically, you guys, I accomplished a lot in my teenage years, man, from the ages of especially 15 to 19, now 20. I accomplished a lot of different things. I have a successful clothing brand. When I was 18, which was, I guess, 2 years ago now, I bought a 2023 Audi in the year 2023, Audi A3, blacked out completely, bought it for myself, no cosigns, no nothing. I was able to finance it on my own, because I made a lot of money doing sales. I'm a sales genius. I'm a sales master. I know how to sell online. I know how to sell in person for sales companies. It's one of the things that God has blessed me with, and a skill that I've exercised and worked really hard on. So that's mainly what I worked on during my late teenage years, was making content, doing sales, building my business, building my clothing brand, and making a lot of fitness content, making a lot of self-improvement content, to where different people knew my name, and my name started to spread around in my small little city that I was from, and then also in other places. Like when I moved down to Miami by myself, I did that at 18. It's really Fort Lauderdale, but I lived in Fort Lauderdale, and I would drive to Miami like all the time, just so I can be in that environment, amongst winners. And even in Miami, man, I was able to make crazy connections where, like, these guys that are multimillionaires, they got all these supercars, this and that. Like, they're rocking with me because they know, like, yo, this kid's time is coming up. You know what I mean? So needless to say, man, I've accomplished a lot. Like, I've accomplished a lot from being just an immigrant. I came to this country at 4 years old, bro. 4. I was a Nigerian kid, the African kid in every single space. There's not many Africans in my city, or in my state in Alabama. I was an African kid, always was the odd one out, bro. Used to get made fun of, used to get laughed at. And then I got older, I started hitting the gym, started getting to the point where I was stronger than everybody that used to talk shit. And everybody was too afraid then, so nobody messed with me. I started to get respected. I started to make a name for myself in, like, the fitness industry and, like, different gyms in my city. And then I started to just really go crazy with my content to where now people that were outside of my city were watching me and were looking up to me. And that's where everything really kicked off, with the sales, with the clothing brand, with the different businesses, the online coaching. Everything just stemmed from me being confident and me being bold and me being a dream chaser. You know what I mean? And so ultimately, man, like that's where everything stemmed from. My teenage years, I sacrificed. I missed out on a lot of parties. I've never been to a prom, bro. Like I've literally never been to a school dance. um I missed out on all those. I missed out on all the get-togethers. Like I missed out on a lot of things just so I could focus on myself, man. There was a lot of pain that I felt at a young age, but I transmuted that pain. I turned that pain into champagne. You know what I mean? I turned that pressure into diamonds, and I made a name for myself. And now, because I was able to do that, as I'm going into my 20s, I've already set the foundation. I'm already jacked. I'm already ripped. I'm already handsome. I already got skill sets that will empower me and allow me to make a lot of money and do different things I want to do because I put in the work in my teenage years, right? So for anybody young who's watching this, if you're a teenager or, early 20s or whatever, put in the work right now, man. Literally put in the work right now so that when you get older, you would have set yourself up for success. Either you can set yourself up for disaster by making poor decisions, or you can set yourself up for success by making the difficult decisions that you don't necessarily want to do. That's mainly what I've done. And that's what's gonna get me to my goals, man. My goal this decade is to definitely be a multimillionaire, man, to have mad supercars. Matter of fact, this year, my goal is to buy a blacked out Corvette. When I say this year, I mean from now, August 2024 to August 2025. My goal is to have bought a blacked out Corvette C8 for myself. And then after that, within a year, also, I want the car after that to be a blacked out Lamborghini. Um, whether Huracan or Evo or whatever, just I want it to be a small one, but a blacked out Lambo. That is my goal. These are goals that I know, if God is with me, which he is, and I put in the work, I can and will accomplish. This year 20, bro, I'm starting it off strong. I'm hitting the ground running. Like I'm building the foundation. I'm hustling. I'm working harder than I've ever worked before. I'm being more disciplined than I've ever been before. I used to struggle with porn, masturbation. I cut that out. You know what I mean? I'm breaking off all the addictions and all the things that have held me back in my teenage years. So now I could really soar. You know what I mean? Now I can really take things to a new level. And I said it now. My goal this year, first from now, this August 2024 to August 2025, first I'm gonna get the blacked out Corvette C8. Then I'm gonna get a blacked out Lambo within a year. Those are my two main goals, and I'm gonna manifest it right now. The date is August 26, 2024. And we'll come back to this within a year and see if I did it. But I put my faith in God. I put my faith in Jesus Christ. I know if God is with me, nobody can be against me. And I know if I work hard and God is on my side, I'm gonna get it. No doubt about that. So yeah, man, I just want to encourage everybody out here to set goals for yourselves. If you're a dream chaser, if you have a dream, set goals that will get you to accomplishing that dream. Like when I set these goals, it's not just all about cars. It's not just all about material possessions. But I know that in order to have those material possessions, I need to be a certain type of individual. And so, you know, it plays in and it ties into my dreams and my goals 100%, because I want to be the type of man that can have a Lamborghini. It's not just about having a Lambo, but to me, it's about being the man that has a Lambo, being a man that deserves the Lambo. To me, it's about, as a man, being the Lambo. Like don't buy the freaking Lambo just because you can afford it, but on the inside you as a man are a freaking Prius. Like, nah, I don't want that. There's a lot of people that have money but are just scrubs, bro. They're not on self-development. They're not a strong man. I not only want to buy the Lambo, I want to be the Lambo, you know? And so when I say these material goals, that like I want to get the Corvette, I want to get the Lamborghini, It's not just because I want to just buy it and that's that. It's because I want to be the Corvette. I want to be the Lamborghini. Like King Eli, how can I times 100 him to make him even better? How can I max out all my badges? How can I become the best version of myself? Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, discipline-wise, self-control-wise, in all aspects, right? And I feel like that's what life is all about as a man, especially if you're in your teenage years, and especially if you're in your 20s, which now I'm in my 20s, right? So I'm not gonna make this video too long, man. I'm probably gonna title it "What My Teenage Years Taught Me." And ultimately, you guys, what it did teach me, for anybody who is a teenager or is around their 20s, around my age, is to sow the seeds now, so that later you can enjoy. Sow the seeds now, so that later you can enjoy. All right, I love you guys and I believe in you guys. But do you believe in yourself? I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.